morning, everyone, and welcome to another special episode of Little Voices and Great Ideas. Today is not just any ordinary day, it's a day filled with memories, laughter, and a hint of nostalgia. Why, you may ask? Because we're the first batch of 10 at Little Angels Academy Tral. It's hard to believe that our journey here is coming to an end. And what better way to celebrate our times together than by sharing our experiences, our stories, and the friendships that made it all worth it? Joining me today are four amazing people who are my classmates, and I'm gonna introduce them to you one by one. And I'm gonna invite them here, and we're gonna ask them questions about their times here in school and what they've learned and what they've got from the school. So, first of all, joining me today is Mehek Rashid from my class. So, Mehek, do you wanna say something, or shall we proceed?
First of all, thank you, Falak. I'm very excited to reflect on my 14-year journey in the school from the earliest days of nursery to the adventures of 10th grade. And especially, I'm proud to say that I was one of the very first students of the school. So I was witnessing its growth from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm very excited to share my thoughts.
Alright then, without any delay, let's just ask you the questions. As you know, our school has recently installed cameras with microphones.
Yes.
So, can you tell us what did you feel when the school installed the cameras with microphones?
So our initial reaction was a mix of disbelief and confusion. We were so much baffled at the time because, as you know, we were used to having some
Yeah,
of our
private.
private conversations which are safe from prying eyes. But this thought that a camera could got our every moment, our every conversation, it felt invasive. It felt like we were living in a reality TV show we never signed up for. And here I remember a moment that during a particularly dull I thought
Geography.
it was a
Geography. I know what you're
class.
gonna say.
So my friend cracked a hilarious joke, and I remember taking a sip of water at that time. And when she cracked that joke, I spat it out on Faika, first on Faika and then on you. And the way I cried at that time, my teacher was like, "What happened?"
Disadvantages of
And
sitting
at
next
the
to you.
same time, our teacher who had been watching us through the camera, he entered into the classroom, and at that time we were trying to stifle back of laughter. And when he entered into the classroom, he was like, "What were you doing at the class in the classroom? Is he joking?" And he was like, "Where is Mukaddas here?" So at that time,
Because he
He
thought
thought
that
that-
this was the main culprit.
yes, and at that time we were so much.
Yeah,
He scored us
exactly.
in a very bad way.
I mean, you could have avoided spitting the water on me. You could have spit it on the ground.
And it was like that kind of situation was very tough for me.
Yeah, obviously. So, yeah, let me ask you another question. Can you tell us? You know, we have like debates every now
Yes.
and then, almost like every week.
Yes.
Especially in ninth grade.
Ninth grade.
We used to have so many debates, and then we used to like almost kill each other in those debates by making up such useless arguments. Okay, but can you tell me what was the most outrageous or amusing point someone has made in a debate that actually won the argument? Because we usually
So,
made useless
in ninth
arguments.
grade, as you said, there was a debate on topic private versus government school.
Oh, yeah, I
and
remember
I
that.
remember that I asked the opposing team. The most amusing point came from my team, and it was that
Yes.
I asked the opposing team that if you're on the side of government
Government.
schools, then what are you doing in a private school? So for me, I think that this point turned the debate on its head.
And I remember, not to brag, we were on the other team, and I remember Lemia said that it's none
Please
of your
stop-
business. Please
stop poking
your
your
nose
nose.
in other people's
And the
matters.
second day she came.
Yeah, but that was a tie.
Yes,
in
that
the
was
end.
a tie.
In the end, yep. So you
And I
can-
was so much pressurized at that time because my main partner was absent.
Yeah,
and
and
we
on
were-
the next
we
day,
were
I
about
was
to-
upset.
We were about to cry at that time, but at the time, at end it was a tie.
Yeah, and I remember on the next day when the final day was, I was absent because I couldn't get out of bed. It's my habit. When I can't get out of bed, I just skip school. I'm like, let it be, whatever.
And
So-
second in that time,
Yeah.
your
And-
partner was pressurized because you were absent at that time.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Mayank,
Palak.
for your time. So now we have another guest with us. Not a guest, a friend actually, a classmate who I've spent most of my life with, Limia Mir from class 9th, from class 10th,
Thank you,
obviously.
Palak, for inviting me to this show.
So do you want to say something, or we shall like proceed?
So, I want to say that I'm really very excited to reflect on my these years that I've spent here. I've grown within these walls, so I'm very excited to share my experience here.
Alright, then Limia, without further ado, let's start with the questions. Limia, can you tell me what was the most important lesson that you have learned from our time here in school?
Look, Falak, I've learned a great amount of lessons from my school. So, from moral education to academic learning or classroom learning, I can say my school has taught me everything. But here, I would like to share with you a story in class 9, in class 8th. In class 8, what happened? Our teacher had assigned us a holiday homework, and the teacher gave us a condition. The condition was that you should not copy even a single word from any website or Google, even. So I remember I had written everything by myself. But when it was the date of submission of that assignment, I looked into my friends' assignments and I was very shocked because I was very disappointed at the same time because I saw that their assignments contained various
Yeah, rich
they rich
vocabulary.
vocabulary. They had no grammatical mistakes. They had used so many phrases, idioms. I was very shocked. I was disappointed. I thought now I was not going to be the winner. But fortunately, what happened when the results were announced, I got the first position. I was honored with a cash prize. So at that moment, I felt that honesty is really the best policy.
Yeah, really happy for you, Limia. But are you trying to point out the fact that we always copy from Google? I mean, this
Maybe
is a bad habit. I always copy from Google, mostly. Not nowadays, but yeah.
not
but-
only you, I think almost everyone copies from Google.
And nowadays with AI, it's more easier that you don't have to search for that thing.
Yeah,
You'll just
yeah.
type in the context and it'll write that for you. So
Yeah.
I think it has made it very, very easier to cheat. And the teacher is like, they can't distinguish between that thing, but still. Sometimes,
that's a very bad
sometimes they're able to, tell if it's written by a human or an AI.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, alright, so coming to the next question, can you tell me what was the biggest problem that you faced and how did you overcome it?
I think it was dealing with presentation. Whenever I had to deliver any kind of presentation, so my mind would go blank. I would shiver with fear because it's very, fearful to get up in front of 30 students and deliver your presentation. I used to think, what if I forget something? What if I miss something? What if they laugh at me? So to overcome this problem, what I did, I just continuously indulged myself into presentations or these talk show clubs. So that helped me improve my presentation
Yeah, I
skills.
remember. Not just you. I think the school has helped everyone, and like this.
A lot of students do face this problem at the
And yeah, I remember like when they started this thing of like recording the presentations and then uploading them. We were the first people who were told to do this thing, and I remember I was studying the whole night. Oh no, they're gonna record the presentation and they're gonna post it. What if people
yeah,
write
and the
bad
worst thing
comments?
is that getting your presentation recorded. That was the
Yeah,
most
because
worst
and then getting it posted was
Yeah,
like
that
the
was-
biggest thing. What are people gonna say? What if I say something that was incorrect and
Yeah,
people point it out? So I think nowadays it doesn't really matter for us if
It's
people
just getting up
yeah
and
because
delivering that
yeah people do
presentation, yeah.
point out your mistakes in the comment section. I've seen it
Yeah.
a lot when I read the comments, but it's like improvement.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
And I think we should thank our school for improving our presentation skills, public speaking, etc.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Limia.
Thank you for
This was it for the first segment of our talk show, and we'll come up with the next segment soon. So stay tuned for the next segment. Thank you so much.